almost everyone watching this video will miss the next life-changing investment opportunity. Not because they are stupid, not because they are broke, not because they do not have enough information. They will miss it because the best opportunities in history never look like opportunities when they arrive. They look dangerous. They look embarrassing. They look like something smart people should avoid. And by the end of this video, I am going to give you the exact 4-question scorecard I use to separate a real opportunity from a financial trap. Here are the rules. I am going to show you 3 patterns that repeat before major wealth-building opportunities. At the end, you will get the bottom opportunity scorecard. If an asset passes the scorecard, it does not mean you blindly buy it. It means you stop reacting emotionally and start paying serious attention. That is the prize of this video, a simple filter for the moment everyone else freezes. Everyone says they want lower prices. Everyone says, I will buy the crash. Everyone says they are waiting for the perfect opportunity. Then the crash arrives, and the same people who begged for lower prices suddenly find 10 reasons not to buy. The media turns negative. Friends get scared. Experts predict disaster. Charts look broken. Confidence disappears. That is the first trap. People think they are waiting for opportunity, but they are really waiting for certainty. Certainty comes later. Opportunity comes first. Amazon looked insane after the dot-com crash. Real estate looked insane after 2008. Bitcoin looked insane after every major collapse. In each case, the people who made life-changing money did not buy when the story was easy. They bought when the story was uncomfortable. That is why tops create attention, but bottoms create wealth. Tops create headlines. Tops create bragging rights. Tops make people feel smart. But the biggest returns usually start when nobody wants the asset and everybody has a reason to stay away. Most people do not actually invest based on value. They invest based on social permission. When everyone is excited, they feel safe buying expensive assets. When everyone is terrified, they feel irresponsible buying cheap assets. That is backwards. The crowd wants proof before they act. But by the time the proof is obvious, the easiest money is usually gone. This is why the same person who ignored Bitcoin at low prices suddenly wants it after it has already exploded. They were not waiting for the right price. They were waiting for the fear to disappear. But here is the part most people get wrong. Not every crash is an opportunity. Sometimes the asset is cheap because it is broken. Sometimes the fear is justified. Sometimes the crowd is actually right. So the answer is not buy every crash. That is how people get destroyed. The answer is to know which kind of fear you are looking at. That is where the scorecard comes in. A real opportunity usually has 4 signs. First, fear has replaced greed. Not normal fear, extreme fear. The kind where people no longer ask how much money they can make. They ask how much more they can lose. Second, public interest has collapsed. Nobody wants to talk about it. Search interest is down. Social media is quiet. The tourists have left. Third, quality assets are being sold with bad assets. This is critical. Panic makes people sell everything, including the strong assets that survive. Fourth, you would still want to own it if you had none today. That question removes ego. It stops you from defending a bad decision just because you already own it. If the answer is no, it is probably not conviction. It is attachment. This is why bottoms are so powerful. They are emotional tests disguised as financial opportunities. At the top, investing feels easy and looks smart. At the bottom, investing feels stupid and looks risky. But that is exactly why the opportunity exists. If it felt safe, everyone would already be there. If everyone was already there, the upside would already be gone. The opportunity is not created by comfort. The opportunity is created by discomfort. Here is the promised scorecard. When the next major crash happens, do not ask, "Am I scared?" You will be scared. Ask these 4 questions. Number 1, has fear completely replaced greed? Number 2, has public interest collapsed? Number 3, are strong assets being sold like weak assets? Number 4, would I want to own this today if I had none? If you get 0 or 1 yes, ignore it. If you get 2 yeses, start researching. If you get 3 yeses, build a plan. If you get 4 yeses, you may be looking at the kind of moment most people only recognize years later. Most investors spend their lives trying to predict tops. The winners spend their lives preparing for bottoms. Nobody knows exactly when the next life-changing opportunity will arrive, but when it does, it probably will not feel exciting. It will feel wrong. It will feel scary. It will feel like a mistake. And that is the point. The greatest opportunities rarely announce themselves. They arrive disguised as fear. Your job is not to be fearless. Your job is to have a framework before fear shows up.
Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe.